This is not a kid-friendly show.
Yo, what's going on, my dudes? So the second mining and smithing dev blog has come out today. Links to the video and the Reddit post will be down below for you to check it out for yourself and be part of the conversation. I highly suggest you go check those out because there has been some interesting discussion in them. First up, for this conversation, they mentioned they call items earned from monster drops artifacts. So to remain consistent, so will I. When I say artifacts, I'm referring to Bandos, Torva, Malevolent, etc. You get the idea. To start off, they mentioned that the community is overwhelmingly in favor of the overload method I mentioned in the last video. This is the idea that to keep the value to the smithing skill and subsequently keep people interested in it beyond 99, they want to follow the model that overloads have to keep value to herb lore. What this means is that we will be getting some sort of consumable item or add-on forged from smithing that will increase our damage output. They toyed with the idea of adding defensive benefits like more life points, but felt that that wouldn't add the needed value to smithing that they're looking for. Because let's be frank, how often is more life points useful versus cases where more damage output is useful? Moving on, we could talk about the big issue they face with smithing now, which is the highest tiers of gear and how they can implement them. So they have no problem adding new smithable gear up to the level 80 that compete with artifacts. That's because those artifact tiers right now won't really be hurt from an economic standpoint with the introduction of smithable ones of similar strength. But to be clear, the smithable ones will be slightly less powerful than their artifact counterparts. That is to ensure they hold their value over the smithable versions. Now I know some of you might be saying, well, if they're no better than artifacts, in fact they're worse, why use them when artifacts are already so abundant? So that point does hold some water, but there are benefits to this system. The obvious being it holds tremendous value to Iron Man accounts as they can make their own gear competitive to these artifacts. But another thing to consider is that these might be a cheaper alternative to training invention if we are to assume the new smithables will be augmentable. If that's the case, then there is a clear use for these slightly less powerful weapons and armor, not to mention Jagex can also add valuable components to them. Back to the problem at hand. It starts to get really difficult to balance out the weapons and armor when you reach tier 90. As these hold massive value, especially the weapons, it's hard for Jagex to make a clear decision as to how they can add these things through smithing that won't devalue artifacts or make the smithable ones dead content on release. So what they're suggesting is a way to combine the two. It could be that PVM provides a rare ore that can then be smithed to make new armor, or you smith the armor and PVM provides an add-on to the armor you made. I personally think that the latter of the two is a better option, as I feel the ore should come from mining. But if you have other solutions, please let Jagex know. As I've said, links to the video and the Reddit post where you can give your ideas will be in the description box below. So that about wraps it up for what we know about the dev blog number 2. It looks like they're doing really good things with the whole smithing and mining rework. I'm actually pretty excited. I really have faith in them this time around. I'm glad they postponed it. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below and be part of the conversation to change things. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.